Hi Aries, welcome to your message they need you to hear, or the message you need to hear. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, including the recommend a reader shout out for Northern Lights Tarot. Love and support to her. Check her out, show her some love and support. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life. All right, Aries. This is basically for the month of January, but it's from December 28th through January 27th. All right, Aries, what do we got for Aries? The message you need to hear. Okay, so we've got, are you not talking? Did somebody taking a time out here? You can just think for a second. All right. Justice, that could be Libra. Ace of Pentacles. 5 of Cups. King of Wands. 2 of Wands. All right, they're wanting you to come back. 4 of Wands. The Hermit. I think it's almost like they want you back, but the right way, not just you back. It's like they... Okay. It's like they'll move on if they have to, but they don't want to. They would like to restore and work through things, but is this someone that's giving you time to think, or is that is hoping you'll take the time to think? Like you two aren't talking, but they're hoping that you're still... Oh, you just broke up. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if you're going to go for it, Aries. I don't think you're interested. What's this Ace of Pentacles? I think they want you to be interested. They want you to not do anything. Hold it. Wait. You know, just don't do anything yet. But what's this Ace of Pentacles about for Aries? Yeah, there it is. There's a breakup. What's this 5 of Cups for Aries? What's this 5 of Cups? 7 of Wands. So this is someone that felt like they didn't want to, but they had to end things, or they had to walk away, or they had to put their foot down. What's this King of Wands about? Because they didn't want to be, they wanted more of a connection, a commitment, and they didn't want to just be things to be fluid or not to be taken seriously anymore. They wanted more from you and more of you. What's this King of Wands about? That could be Sagittarius, Libra, Virgo. What's this King of Wands about? 2 of Cups. Okay. It says 2 of Wands. The Hanged Man. It could very well be that this is someone that hasn't fully let go of you but they haven't fully let go of you. But if you don't come back and make the effort, then they're going to stay away. Is it that they want you to do this? They want you to make the commitment and undo the ending? Did they walk away because you wouldn't commit, because they wanted more of you and from you? And it feels like they don't want to walk away, but this is about stability and you two being on the same page. It could very well be too, though, that they see you moving on and they're just like, well, I'm not going to mess with that, but I really wish that they would reconsider with me. What's this 4 of Wands? Because we've got engagement or making the effort and moving towards marriage here, communal living. What's this 4 of Wands about for Aries? Page of Pentacles. What's this 9 of Man here? What's this Hermit about? 10 of Pentacles. Okay. All right, Aries, this is someone that wants you to focus on, this is someone that wants you to be where they're at. And they want you to commit to them. It's not that they want a commitment from you so much as they want you to want it with them. And out of self-respect and dignity, they are like, well, I have to walk away from this, but they're doing it looking over their shoulder at you, hoping, okay, here I go, I'm walking away now, because they're doing this out of self-respect for themselves, because they're just like, I can't stay in a situation where I don't feel like I'm valued or I matter. But they're really hoping that you will fix this, because right now they're leaving it up to you to fix. It's like they left because they feel they had to. But if you were to come back and tell them that you wanted a commitment, that you wanted what they wanted, that you were on the same page, then it would turn it around. And this is, I think through their eyes, they see you as just going from one person to the next. And this is someone that would like to be there when you decide that you do want that stability, like that you're ready to start and just be with one person. They want you to choose them. And this is someone that's probably not going to stay very far from you. But it doesn't look like you're interested. Honestly, it looks like you're just not interested. And they're not done. They're just hoping that this will be a wake-up call to you. I don't like the idea that they're trying to teach you a lesson, but I think that's what's going on here. I think that they're hoping that their absence will affect you somehow, and that you'll come back either with an apology or after having thought about it, realize, oh, I really do want this. I do want the stability. And they feel like they have no choice but to move on or to walk away, but they're doing it looking over their shoulder. If you were to give any indication that you still wanted something, or you wanted to move in the direction that they wanted to, they'd be there post haste. What's this justice about? What's this justice about? Two of Pentacles. Whoa. The World. Yeah, there's that dignity and self-respect, which is why they left. All right, so this is someone they're having a hard time with the ending, and it was because they wanted more respect, more of a commitment, more security, wanted to know where this was headed, because the rest of it, excuse me, I'm getting water. The rest of it's there, the connection, the adventure, the fun, the passion, but they needed more stability and groundedness in their mind. That's what they wanted from you. It's like they finally put their foot down. They're like, I'm walking away, I'm really going to do it this time. And this isn't any shade or disrespect. It's just that this has been a very hard thing for someone to do, to walk away, because everything else would be manageable if they had the commitment from you. If they knew that you were just theirs, everything else would be okay with them. But this is just somebody that feels like you're just, I don't think they get that maybe for the Aries that I'm reading for, you're just not there yet. You're not doing it to them. This is not personal. You're just not ready yet. And yet it's been very hard for them. I think they really want you to not only be ready, but to be ready because of and for them. Like they're special, you know what I mean? Like you're ready because of them. Like you wouldn't normally be ready, but because of them, because of how special they are, you're ready. You know what I mean? Aries. What would Aries person say to them? Aries person say to them. You've been in my dreams. Okay. All right, what else for Aries? So they're not happy about it, obviously. And if you were to make the effort, okay, so we've got reflection here, illusion, self-examination, distortion. And we've got the Hermit here, and we've got a learning curve. So I think this is someone that in their mind, you need to check yourself. You need to stop and think about a few things. And I really feel like it's because they feel like everything else about the relationship is there except for your lack of commitment. And I think, they might be overstepping here, but it could very well be because they think that you just have an aversion to commitment in general, and they're linking it to some kind of pathology, or, you know what I mean? Like, you need to really have that looked at. Maybe you just want to date. Maybe you don't want to settle down. Maybe you don't want kids. Maybe you don't want a family. It doesn't have to be anything other than that. But I think to make them feel better, just consider that they might be thinking, okay, well, you just have a pathological aversion to connection. Because, and at least that way, it's not personal. At least that if you don't want to connect with anybody, then that means it wasn't personal to them, and that they weren't good enough. And it's like, well, you've got this issue preventing you from connecting, perhaps, but maybe I just don't want a connection, period. Maybe I just want to date. It doesn't have to be because there's something wrong with me. It could just be personal preference. I don't want to settle down. But for some reason, I wish it could be as simple as, well, this person feels like you need to this, but I don't think that's fair. I don't, because I think they're trying to, it could be about shaming you into, and that's not going to work. And they'd be silly to try. And I don't think it's that, but it kind of feels like you really need to think more clearly about this. Like we could be so this and that, whatever, if you would just, what is that? I don't like that. I don't like that, because why would they want you if you didn't want to be there? If you were wanting to get out and about and do the stuff and whatever, why would they want to keep you? Why wouldn't they want? Do you really want someone to be where they don't want to be? You know what I mean? You really want me to stay here? Yeah, I'll abide, I'll comply, but guess what? I'm gonna start hating you, and I'm gonna probably do what I want anyway. Not the best course of action, obviously, but this feels a little shamey here. This feels like they're trying to teach you something, and they're putting it off on your inability to want stability and connection with them. They want you to think about it. But what if you just want to not have that with them? Maybe it is personal. Maybe it is them. Maybe you do want connection. It's not with them. They're having a hard time accepting that. This has been very hard for them. And honestly, if you were to say, hey, I'm ready, I've thought about it and I'm ready, there's going to be a learning curve for me, but I'm ready, and I really do want to progress with you. I want us to be like this, moving together. They'd be there in a heartbeat. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think you're going to want to do that. What else for Aries? I get that you both are thinking, there's this reflection, good, as it should be. This was a huge learning curve for you, and there's been an ending, and it was kind of the culmination of events now. I think it's starting to sink in with your person. It's been hard for them, but I don't think the way to go about it is to say, well, if you would just, I don't think that's fair. Because I think they're just having a really hard time with not getting their needs met. And I think they're trying to make it about you not giving it to them, rather than them staying too long in a situation that they weren't getting their needs met. And it's tricky, because you do things out of love and out of commitment that maybe sometimes you wouldn't do in your right mind or whatever, but let's call it what it is here. You want someone to want you the way you want them, and maybe they don't. You know what I mean? That's for Aries. Tower reversed. It was like that. And the Two of Swords. Okay. So I feel like this, I'm going to see if that's reversed or not. I don't think it is. I think that's right side up, the Two of Swords. I know the Tower is reversed, but let me see the Two of Swords just in case. Yeah, it's right side up. Okay. So we got the Two of Swords twice. Things are as they should be, and this is something that the dust is starting to settle. When I said I think you're going to be moving on from this, keep going. Maybe you already have. Your person's having a hard time accepting it, though. They will. But you're not going to come. They need to get rid of this idea of them wanting, or get rid of this idea of wanting you to come back and say, you know what, I've thought about it, and I do want this stability and connection with you. I do, because they're making it about them. That they're the reason that you don't want to settle down. So therefore it translates it. They might be the reason that they could make you want to if they just change. If they there's control issues here. I don't like it. It's bugging me, and I don't see it here, but it feels manipulative. It feels like someone's trying to teach you a lesson and wants you to miss them, and just you need to change and you need to be ready to settle down because that's what I want, and I need you to want the same thing. And this is kind of like, you know what? Keep the distance, keep the separation. Because eventually you're just going to keep moving on and doing what you're doing because that's where you're headed. Your person's having a hard time with it. They're sad about it. They want you to make more of an effort, or they wanted you to make more of an effort. But we've got avoiding disaster here. We've got avoiding conflict and complete upheaval and disruption. For the areas that I'm reading for, this is better left alone and you just keeping the distance and the peace. The surface piece, the surface level piece. You two need to keep progressing where you're going, but about as far as reaching out to each other, talking, not at this time. You're better left continuing to move forward and move on and letting go. This is not about you making anything okay for your person. You both need to be in reflection about this, and you're headed in the right direction, and you need to keep going. No reaching out to your person, and if your person reaches out to you, be careful, because as long as you're not talking, things are going to settle in. But if you re-engage with this person, they're not doing okay. They're having a hard time with this, and they need more time unto themselves where they calm down, figure this out. I don't think any productive or proactive conversations are going to be happening with this person if you two talk right now. So it needs to stay cut off. You need to stay in separation. You're not into it, and you need to keep going and moving on like you've been doing. Any communication with them might give them another idea and just kind of stir things up, and that's not going to be good for you. So, okay. All right, Aries. I hope this was... Oh, shucks. I forgot. I got to do one more here. What else for Aries? What else for Aries? Message. Whoopsie. I need to hear. Yep, stand your ground. None of this going back. You're wiser for it. You've learned. You're right where you should be. This is about you defending where you are now and standing your ground. No more being kind of beat up emotionally or manipulated. You've learned and you're wiser for it. I hope to see you in the next reading. Happy New Year to you. And you take care. Thank you again for stopping by.